We're seeing in recent. It's just ever since the last record, there's been a couple things that have happened sports wise. I was like, man, it's wild out here.
It is.
It's wild, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know what Zion out here doing. Just going. I don't get it, man. I guess it ain't meant for me to get. I think that's kind of the
I guess not. Yeah, a lot of these people, they a lot of these athletes, man. Who knows? I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's their journey.
That is true. That is true, and that's the part that just like a lot of times in life, people gotta. You see the train coming, but you gotta allow them to, for it to get hit, and hopefully they survive it and able to live and tell about it and be a quote unquote testimony. But sometimes, like, you just don't have to get hit by the train, bro. Like you made it. Like you in the top echelon of players, bro. Like you have, like, if you play your cards right. Once you're done basketball, you won't have to do anything else in your life.
Some people don't get that, man. I mean, they don't realize that. Yeah, it is. There's some people there's that majority of the people that they come across are not in that top tier of getting an opportunity like that. So those opportunities are like once in a lifetime. But they feel like it's like, oh yeah, I can just get up and get this tomorrow. They don't realize the significance of what they've achieved or where they are at. So it's like to them, it's like, I did it before and I can do it again. It was like, this is always gonna come to me. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's part of it is this old man used to tell me at church, man, he said youth is wasted on the young. I understand that now, because especially when you give a young, particularly black kid who is not groomed to know what this life is like at that level, to say you go from, rubbing two nickels together until I got a 200 million. I got 200 million. I'm like, that's a scary proposition, man. If you don't have a very strong team that is mentorship and all of that, and it's gonna go left. When I heard Zion stepdaddy talking, I said, "Oh yeah, he's an enabler too." Like you can tell, like his group around him is enabling this behavior. So you just like, what I'm gonna do with that? Like what? And his job too. Both of them, like you can tell, like their group around them is unfortunately not putting great boundaries and expectations of what this should look like. So. It's unfortunate, but it is like, bro, you up here, getting porn stars pregnant, bro, like this.
Yes, yo, listen. That's first of all, bro. Listen, man. This is the second person I've heard getting porn stars pregnant. Let me say this before we get started, because I'm recording right now. Y'all gotta listen, yo. Your legacy is so important, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you think that's really for you guys out there, young people? I'm here to save y'all, because these people are famous, right? You know what? Let me start the show first, man.
Subscribe for the very latest.
Bye, Daddy.
What up, everybody? It's the summertime version of the Core Room. Shout out to everybody out there who love us, who's tapping in, who's getting it in with us, liking, subscribing. Not even that. Give us suggestions. Suggestions are important, man.
Always.
We still growing. We've been doing this for like, man, it's probably like our 5th year, maybe something like that, maybe 4th.
Is that including the fire?
Yeah,
that's an
it wasn't a whole season that's going off the fire, so we still were able to keep some things. So yes, including that. Shout out to everybody out there who suggestions that cares about the core room, because we care about the core room. Shout out to my daughter Cadence and the NICU holding it down. Getting us up together to come home. Shout out to Carrington always. Shout out to everybody, man. So we back in this thing, man, doing what we love to do. Shout out to Walt. Condolences to him and his family losing a loved one. It's tough, But hey, we all are operating in, we're trying to be comfortable in chaos. It's a tough thing, but hey, sometimes in the storm, you gotta just sit. It was just raining here earlier.
Right, it was same here. Yeah,
it was raining crazy earlier. Sometimes you gotta sit in the storm, man. It just came out.
And everything,
it was crazy here in Georgia. I don't know where you are in Georgia. It was crazy. But sometimes you got to sit in the storm and just chill out. Yeah. Let God do his thing. And, when you lose a loved one, when you're dealing with what I'm dealing with, like you have your daughter in the NICU, then you still got to raise your other daughter. And, you out there trying to get your degree, but you still got to work. Life is chaotic.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to chill in the storm. Just sit. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody needed to hear that. So,
and on top of that, man, speaking of with the storm and everything, it's just you can't stop the rain.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Hey, rain is important. Always remember that. Rain is important. So, shout out to everybody out here. In the struggle with everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So, y'all good? How y'all doing? Straight?
Yeah. Maintaining.
Yeah. Hey, that's all we can do.
One day at a time.
Hey. Yeah, man. Hey, that's all we can do. Maintaining is the most important part of our life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we were just in the conversation. So I know y'all talking about Zion. Out here getting porn stars pregnant. If this is true.
Allegedly.
I'm to the point where, are we really saying allegedly? It's like, if it's there, it's there.
I wasn't there when she told me to find them off. I wasn't there.
Listen, until we get that paperwork, we got to put the allegedly on there.
Until the little one shows up in the picture. Hey, I was not there when she told her, listen, take that off.
To this point, she had to take it off though. It wouldn't take off.
He probably was like, you know what? Hey, this is why I'm with you, because you don't use these.
It's like nothing in life should surprise any of us is when we hear these allegations, whether it be true or whatever. Nothing in life should be surprising to us, because there's always some kind of drama or something that's coming up out the woodwork that's like you thought you would never ever hear that before in your life, but here we are.
No. But hold on. But listen, because this happens. I've heard this a few times.
I know there's things that happen and there's things that just come out the woodwork, but nothing should be surprising to you, because there's always something that's there. Pretty soon we're gonna see Godzilla come out of the sea.
We've already said the sea.
Actually, we have.
It ain't really surprising. It's just like the audacity of it. Like, it's just stupid. That's what it is. Just the level of stupidityness to it. It's like, yo, we're gonna really. But okay. I mean, listen. They keep giving us money away. They keep tricking it off. It's what it is, fam. It's
right.
Everybody.
It's crazy.
Everybody ain't built for that type of money.
No,
it ain't. It's just
right.
Too much
and
of
that's
it is
true.
corrupting. Too much of it is corrupting without any type of layers or boundaries or type of anything in place to try to keep you morally straight. It's corrupting.
Listen, we celebrate 50 years of hip hop, right? Hip hop is very the cool thing about hip hop is very blunt, very honest. Sometimes it's brutally honest. Sometimes y'all can't take it. That's what I think. That's why I am the way I am. I'm brutally honest, man. Not brutally. Let me say that because I do care about feelings, but I am very honest, right? I'm very honest about, because at the end of the day, if I don't tell you, and I know, I am just as wrong as the action that you decided to take. I'm wrong because I know, and I didn't tell you, right? So I'm wrong. Just if you get lost, and I see you getting lost, and you out there walking around the city, and I know that you need help, I'm wrong. I am to blame because you got lost.
True.
I am to blame. I didn't take the time, right? So I'm gonna take the time for you lost ones out here wifing these women or men who are out here with they're I'm gonna say this because you were wifing or husband. I don't know husband and I don't know what they got for guys, right? But you are, and this is off script because I think this is important. But you're out here attaching yourselves to people who have legacies that are no good. Zion allegedly got a porn star pregnant. Now, for you free ones out there, you're going, oh, well, you know, hey, it's okay. They love each other. That no. Because if I was a product of that, I would feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, I agree. I would too.
If I can go and watch my mother do her thing with a bunch of men, I will feel a certain type of way about you too. I don't care how much money you give me. I am a product of, or I'm attached to a legacy that I had no part of. I didn't want to be a part of this. You can't do that, man. You can't. You have to watch who you attach yourself to.
That's true. Very true. But hindsight is 50-50. So
here's the thing, though. See, that's the problem. See, the reason why it's that way when you talk about hindsight, because when you say that, I'm thinking, okay, well, yeah, you know, maybe Zion might have slipped up or something like that, and now looking back, he's like, oh no. See, you have to think before you do that. You should. A black man with money should not have even been in the vicinity of this.
I agree.
You shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have been in the room. You should have had somebody to block that whole. The person even been in your circle.
But here's the thing with stuff like that. It's just like with companies with cybersecurity. It's always an afterthought. It's never in place at the moment. It's after the fact.
See that? But no. You when you are a person with money, you have a team.
They're not protecting the bag. That's
exactly. See, you talk about cyber security.
Yeah,
right.
It's always after the fact.
If you are, and I don't know anything about cybersecurity, by the way, I got to talk to you about that. But I don't know anything about cybersecurity, but I do know if you are building a business, Zion, Drake, if you're building a business, you are the business. Your team is the software that blocks the viruses. These women or mates or whoever you meet, they're the viruses. They supposed to block that.
Supposed to. That's a big word.
Right. If you are the business, they block the viruses from coming in. That's what they're supposed to do. Now, if you as a business, Zion, Drake, if you as a business decide to let the virus in, why buy the software in the first place? Just let them, just do your own thing. Just be exposed to whatever's out there. But I digress. I say all that to say, be careful what you let in the circle, because at the end of the day, especially as black men, they always out here to trap us.
Very true.
Always
out here to trap us, man, because they already see the energy. When they know where you come from, they know your stature, they know that you are at the end of the day, whether they treat you like trash or not, you still royalty.
Very true.
Don't let them tell you nothing other than that. And they want to be a part of that. You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot let nobody in that circle or attach themselves to you that basically they mean you no good. And this is the thing. I'm not bashing anybody who is trying to get themselves together, or trying to be something else, maybe reformed, whatever. Right? Because you're gonna love who you're gonna love, and these women that they attach themselves, maybe they are good people now. But I'm just saying, I'm just talking to the people who are so thirsty that you decide to, because you might have seen them do their thing, go have sex with them. You don't have sex with just anybody, man. And it's just what it is. But hey, listen, I don't want to bash that black man, because at the end of the day, though, you do have to have some room to make some mistakes. But just remember, sometimes you only get one mistake.
That's true. That's
gonna mess your whole entire life up. I don't care how age. I don't care what age you are. But
it only takes one time.
Only takes one time. Oh no, we only had sex one time. It only takes one time. I don't understand. I never get this whole thing about it only take one time to have a baby.
Yo.
Hey, it only takes once. And it because even I mean, because with babies, it is a timing. It is a timing to it, right? But women know this. They know the time when they're fertile and when they're not. Just saying, they know it. But anyway, I just had to say that, because in any time when there's a superstar out there that makes a mistake, there's always a person who's not a superstar that's making the same mistake. And that's who I'm talking to. But hey, listen, man, they're doing what they doing. You gonna have Drake out there doing songs. I mean, not Drake, but Pusha T doing diss songs about you. You don't want that.
We don't want that. No, not the diss songs.